Hey everyone, Alex here. Today is a cybersecurity update video from Western Governors University. So a lot of you have requested this over the past month or so, and this is a full update video. This does not replace the last WGU Cybersecurity video though. This is not like a full traditional video. It is more of an update, so that video is very relevant. I recommend you guys go watch that. I'll leave a link in the description. You can also watch the video over at majormash.com. So today's video will go over though an updated spreadsheet. It will go over my mobile app UniBoost, which will have all the transfer equivalents in there as well. So I will go over both methods. Now, can you complete this degree in 6 months? I would say no, because this degree has been kind of made a little harder to transfer in regarding WGU. And what I mean by that is they made less courses transferable by ACE credits, but there's still a lot of transferable courses. Now, technically, if you did transfer in all the certs, all the ACE credit courses, yes, you can actually do this in 6 months. However, most people are not going to transfer in all the certifications. That would literally take forever. There would be so much studying to do that most people will not transfer in all those certs. So today I'm going to show you what certs I would personally recommend you transfer in, and I'm going to list all the certs that you can transfer in. So let's go over the spreadsheet. I'll go over the spreadsheet first, and then I'll go over my mobile app UniBoost, which is available now on the iOS App Store. Here we are in the transfer spreadsheet, and I will show you what has updated here. So slightly less courses to transfer in, but it's still a lot, very generous. You have your study.com discount link up here for 10% off if you guys want that. This is my spreadsheet design. You got the owl up here, the title up here, and Major Mash is my website that you can download all this and where I make all my spreadsheets possible and free downloads. I've never put my spreadsheets behind a paywall like other YouTubers have and other people have, which is totally in their right. I respect everybody's hustle, but all of my spreadsheets are completely free, always free, never behind a paywall. So if you guys want to go download any WGU degree spreadsheet at my website, majormash.com, feel free. I have one for every single degree at the school. I also have a lot for other schools as well. So let's get into it. You're going to do a lot of courses at study.com, which is my preferred platform, although all three platforms are great. So you have English, which is the easiest on study.com. You can really get this course done in probably 8 or 9 days over there if you hustle. Communications is one of the easier courses on the platform, on any of the platforms, and you can get this done in probably just a few days, maybe 3 or 4 days. American government is one that might take you 5 or 6 days if you hustle. And this is like, guys, if you're investing like 4 to 5 hours straight on school every day, not taking a day off, that's kind of the timelines I'm giving you here. So Computer Science 102, very easy course for a computer science course. This will get rid of Introduction to IT. And Introduction to IT is one of the hardest courses in WGU, actually. It's really disguised as an introductory class, but it's not. Humanities 201 at study.com. This will get rid of critical thinking, reason, and evidence. This is kind of a harder course on study.com, and it will probably take you maybe a solid 8 days if you hustle. Here's a new one. So Fundamentals of Information Security is now covered by Computer Science 202, Network and System Security. So decently hard class at study.com, might take you 9 to 10 days. Statistics 101 at study.com. This one, math is subjective, guys, so who knows how long it'll take you, but I would recommend probably spending 8 to 10 days on it. And then discrete math, which is one of the hardest courses on study, but it's even harder at WGU. So you want to skip this and take it on study. So take it on study, probably get it done in 8 to 10 days, and you get rid of these 2 1-credit courses right here. Health on study shouldn't take you more than 4 to 6 days. And here's one that is updated for every tech degree, which I'm trying to get the word out there that this has updated, because I have not updated it in all of my spreadsheets just yet. It is updated in the mobile app. So this is Analytics 103, Intro to Relational Databases and SQL. So this was previously Database Fundamentals 107, Computer Science 107 at study.com. Do not take that course. Do not take Computer Science 107 at study.com. That will no longer cover this class. Instead, it has switched to Analytics 103, Intro to Relational Databases, and that will cover database management foundations. So I've kind of looked at this course a little bit. It looks like a solid course. much more relevant than the other course, probably around the same difficulty level. So I would transfer this in and get rid of Data Management Foundations at WGU. Computer Science 108, Introduction to Networking, a pretty good course on study.com. Shouldn't take you more than 5 days. This is actually, not too hard of a course. And usually I'm not a big fan of networking, but this course is actually pretty good. Introduction to Programming. I took this course at study.com a long time ago, probably almost 4 years ago. It was a solid course. I enjoyed it. You'll learn all your basics about programming, arrays, loops, just anything you could think of. Cybersecurity Risk Analysis is an upper level course at study.com. This might take you, 8 to 10 days because it is a upper level course, and that'll get rid of cyber defense and countermeasures, which sounds like a really fun course. And then a couple courses at Sophia, which would be Human Biology Lab and Project Management. I recommend these two at Sophia because on Study, the Project Management course is way too hard compared to the Sophia version. And Human Biology Lab is a lot easier than the Biology Lab at Study, but you can take it on any of the 3 platforms. As for College Algebra, I recommend this on Straighterline over the other 2 platforms, although it's perfectly fine on all 3 platforms. So College Algebra on Straighterline, really you can take the 5 chapter tests, open book, and then take the final proctored exam. You can take the final proctored exam and get 0 to 20% on that exam and still pass the course. So yes, it's proctored, but you can literally bomb it and guess on every question if you get 100% on all the open book stuff, which you should. And that's why I think Straighterline is kind of a cheat code when it comes to math. And that's why I do recommend them for math. But they are quite expensive compared to the other 2 platforms. Remember, study.com has a $95 plan for some of their courses. But some of their courses are in the $235 a month plan, such as probably discrete math, like any upper level course like Computer Science 331, Computer Science 202, Humanities 201. Like all of these would probably be in the $235 plan. I'd recommend you guys sign up for the $235 plan first, because that way you can apply the 10% discount to the larger plan and get more money off. So Sophia, you do those 2 courses. Straighterline, you do College Algebra, and you would transfer in all the ACE credits. Now, we get to the certifications, okay? You can transfer in a lot of certs into this. But the thing is, certs take way longer than ACE credit courses. Way longer. Now, you can transfer in all of these, and I'll go over all of these course by course real quick as well. But here are the ones I would personally transfer in. Okay, I would transfer in this one. And I'll explain why in a second. I would transfer in this one. I would transfer in both of these. And then I would transfer in the CCNA. There you go. That would be 1, 2, 4 certifications I would transfer in. Now, CompTIA A Plus gets rid of 2 long courses at WGU, which is IT Foundations and Applications. These courses would take you 3 to 3.5 weeks each, which is just a long time. It eats into your term time. So, the CompTIA A Plus, yes, it'd be a little expensive. I think it's about close to $300 last time I checked. But this would basically cost you close to $300, and it will cost you about maybe close to a month of study time. So instead of spending 6 to 7 weeks on both of these courses combined, you're going to spend maybe 4 weeks or less on the CompTIA A Plus studying for that. If you have the money to spend, I would recommend doing it because that will save you on term time. It could save you more money in the long run. If you don't have that kind of money, then just do it at WGU and be prepared that you might take a couple years to graduate. EC Council, ECES. I would take this one because Intro to Cryptography is kind of a hard course at WGU. And any of the EC Council certs are pretty easy compared to other certs. Like this shouldn't take you more than like 2 weeks of study time. Now, ITIL Foundations version 4 is probably the easiest cert you can possibly get. Most people say they study 4 to 6 days on this and they pass it. So gets rid of business IT applications. The final one would be the hardest one on here regarding the 4 I'm mentioning, which is a CCNA. So out of the 4 certs I'm recommending, I would save this one for last. And the CCNA is tough. It might take you almost 2 months of study time. But the thing is, even if you spend almost 2 months of studying on this, it still saves you time, because both of these courses combined might take you 4 weeks each. So it would come out to about the same study time, but you get rid of 2 hard courses at WGU and you save overall term time, right? Because you're taking the CCNA outside of your term. Therefore, you save 2 months of term time, which could save you possibly $4,000 in the long run if those 2 courses had cost you another term, if that makes any sense to you guys. So the CCNA is also a valuable cert. So I'd highly recommend you study for it outside of WGU and get this cert outside of WGU. I think this cert's a little over $300, but I would have to price check that. Now, you can transfer in all of these certs if you have the time and you have the money. But I would just transfer in those 4 and just do the rest at WGU and maybe spend 2 to 3 terms at the school graduating. So, and if you transfer in these 4 certs and all the ACE credit courses, you can get done at WGU in 2 terms if you really hustle on school. 2 terms is still extremely possible. So, we are going to look at the other courses here. If you had your Associate of ISC, which is basically your CISSP exam passed, like not necessarily the certification itself, but the exam passed. And that would transfer in 4 courses, and it would transfer in an ACE credit course up here if you hadn't done it. So 5 courses total. This one's a new one for the degree. CompTIA Data Plus would transfer in as data analytics applications. This is a brand new transfer. So, and then you have a few of my favorite certs of any cybersecurity certs, which is the forensic analyst and the forensic examiner certs. I like these certs a lot, and that would transfer in as digital forensics and cybersecurity. I'm a big forensics guy. I love forensics, so anything digital forensics, I'm all over. And those are 2 of my favorite certs in the entire cybersecurity world. I might go over that at the end of this video if I have time. I just don't want this video to drag on too long. But if you guys want like a nice little bonus, maybe I'll go over a few certs at the end of the video. Now, we'll get into courses you have to do at WGU no matter what, which is ethics and technology. This is really a simple few-day course at WGU. Introduction to AI and security. Discrete math. You do have to do at least one of the discrete math courses here. Python for IT automation, I've heard, is absolutely really hard, so be prepared for that. Software security and testing, probably mostly a filler class. Practical applications of prompt might be useful. It sounds interesting. And then you have the capstone. Remember, this equals to 18 credits, and you have to do at least 32 to 33 credits at the school. So you'd have to save some of these for WGU. You can't just do all of them. You would have to save like 4 of these for WGU itself. So you guys can transfer in a lot of these, and you can download this spreadsheet at majormash.com, which I'll get into in a second. All right, guys, so we're going to go into my app, UniBoost. So if you guys haven't heard of this app, it's an app I released which helps you graduate faster. Instead of finding transfer equivalents and transfer spreadsheets, you can just use the app. So spreadsheets are like this dusty thing that, they're still very useful, and a lot of people still use spreadsheets like I just showed you. But some people just want the phone version. Like apps have kind of replaced websites and things like that. So some people just want the app. So get the spreadsheet out and the new technology in, basically. So you'll download this app, which is only available on iOS, but I do plan to release an Android version if this version is successful, which it has been so far. So we're going to click Pick Program. We're going to click WGU, and we're going to click Cybersecurity. And then you're going to click Populate ACE Credits, and you're going to populate. This will bring you to this page, and there you go. It'll show you everything that you need to do. So, and this one has a little bit more of a variety of the courses, like a couple more on Sophia and Straighterline and things like that. You got your CompTIA A+ and this cert right here. So, as you can see, you can compare the spreadsheet and the app as well and decide which one you want to go with, because they are slightly different. I didn't want to make them like exactly the same. So there you are with that. And then also, guys, there is a salary simulator in here where you can bachelor's, say you go Silicon Valley, and you'll go cybersecurity. All right. So 126,000 with no experience right off the bat, which is pretty good. But most people don't get a cyber job right away. Usually cyber is something you get after like a few years. Usually you'll start off with like an IT job. So let's go to information technology. And so a little less, 106,000 for 0 years of experience and Silicon Valley. Now, if you go national median for information technology, you're looking at 72,000, which is really not bad for like your first tech job. And then if you go Silicon Valley, that would be what? 106. We just saw that. So go cybersecurity for national median, which is not what we haven't looked at this one yet. So national median for cybersecurity is 90,000, which is still pretty good. So we'll get out of the salary simulator. And if you actually go to the college majors and you go by salary, it has cybersecurity number 1. And this was not me. This is U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. So it is going by California salaries though. So cybersecurity in California actually pays quite a lot. So cybersecurity in California or remote both pay quite a bit. And you can see most of these are tech degrees. So that'll be it for the app. If you guys want to support me, please download my app on the App Store. It's completely free. There is a premium feature, but that's totally optional. You guys can click on buy premium and see if it makes any sense for you. Overall, I made this app for you guys, and I'm really thrilled to have launched it a few weeks back, and it's doing pretty well. So thank you guys for supporting me. If you want to leave an honest review and honest rating, that would mean the world to me, and it would really help me out. So thank you guys so much. Now we're going to go over the final bonus part of the video. This is my favorite cybersecurity certification company. I think it has the most prestige, and these certifications I think help you get hired more than any other cybersecurity certifications, besides maybe CISSP, which is like everybody wants you to have that. But overall, like this company really has some great certs. The issue is these cost like $900. So most people don't do it without like their work paying for it. But if you do have money to throw around, like these certs are really, really useful. And I'll go over my favorite ones because like I said, I like forensic stuff. So you have Experienced Forensics Examiner. So that's a new one. Let's see. All right, guys, I'm going to scroll here. So one of my favorite is Reverse Engineering Malware Certification. I've had my eye on that one for a while. I don't really work in cybersecurity, so there's no reason for me to get it. But I've been looking at this cert for a few years because I do love reverse engineering and I do love like messing with malware. Obviously, I've never made malware or anything like that, but just a fascinating cert. And then, so a lot of people get this one. So Certified Forensic Analyst is a cert I would love to have. And then here's a new one, Machine Learning Engineer. That would be a great one to get too. So that'd also be in my top 5. Machine learning is the future. You should be combining AI with everything, whether it's cybersecurity, information technology, software engineering. You should be combining machine learning and AI with just about everything. It makes you much more marketable. So I would definitely get this one as well. So a lot of great certs. They have some really good stuff. So Certified Forensic Examiner would be one I would be highly interested in as well. Here, and this is probably my number 1 right here. So Web Application Penetration Tester. This is a really, really good cert. So I like this one a lot. If you guys are into pen testing, I would definitely, like to me, this is like the cream of the crop right here. So I would highly recommend to get that one. So overall, that is the video for today, guys. Cybersecurity, don't be scared. It's hard to get a first job in cyber, and you might have to do like an IT job the first couple of years. But I still think cyber is growing. It's a huge growing industry. A lot of people are worried that the government cut some cybersecurity funding, and that does make an impact on some of the government contract type of jobs. But overall, like I said, if you network enough, it's a very network heavy industry where you have to go on LinkedIn and network and make connections. Yes, cybersecurity is like the equivalent of the finance degree in the business world, right? Finance degree, you got to network. So this is kind of the same thing. This degree does require you to network, but it's a fantastic degree with fantastic opportunities. And I think the industry is going to keep growing. Okay. I actually think it'll be easier to get an entry-level job in the future at some point, although I can't guarantee that. And it comes with awesome salaries. If you enjoyed the video at all, if I helped you at all, please like, subscribe, and comment. Any of those three help out the algorithm, and it would really mean the world to me, especially when you comment down below. So comment if this video helped you, comment if you still want to do cybersecurity, comment on your favorite cert, comment if you're doing the degree right now, comment what you think of the new degree update, like whatever you want to comment would really mean a lot to me. So anyways, I'm glad I could help you guys in any way I could. Go download the spreadsheet at majormash.com. Download it instead of clicking the Google Sheet. The Google Sheet is not updated. So actually use the arrow button, which downloads it directly from the website, and that will be the updated spreadsheet. Thank you guys so much.